Oh, just too much Mandalorian fever going on today. What a busy day in Star Wars, as well as Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We already put out a video today talking about how Boba Fett is the login order for November 2020 card in the top right-hand corner. If you missed that video, what I think it means with season 2 of The Mandalorian, but just a few moments ago after our Galactic Challenge GOTV stream finished moments ago, where we got a little bit of Baby Yoda fever happening, we got fresh news off the press with IG-11 and Kuiil. And the most important things are, it's not a full kit reveal, but we do have some kit teasers, how they're going to work, and more importantly, how are we going to be unlocking these characters. And it's going to be in a way never before quite done, and it's going to be using Galactic Challenges. Kind of curious to see how it's going to work in its totality. I'll leave a link down below in the video description. A couple of outlets out there, Galactic War Report, Operation Metaverse, and SWGoH events, which you guys might know at this point. They're important for pulling out big information from the data mines before the news goes out there with the Capital Games. They all had exclusive interviews with Capital Games. Be sure to check them all out. But if you just want the short summary, I highly recommend checking out the text breakdown that SWGoH events did. So here we go, IG-11 and Kuiil from The Mandalorian. And of course, we got Baby Yoda, the child, attached to IG-11. A lot of people bummed that it's not going to be its own independent character, but it still could maybe happen down the road. Like there's a whole Chewbacca and whole C-3PO. We have 3PO and Chewie, but we also have the individual characters as well. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. It's been confirmed that Kuiil and IG-11 are coming to Galaxy of Heroes, and they're happy to bring exclusive information about these characters and Galactic Challenges. Right now, Galactic Challenges is kind of important because it's the only place to get the new mod materials. Well, now, I don't know this is going to be a permanent thing, but we have Navarro coming up as one of our future Galactic Challenges next week, and I'm assuming this is how we're going to be getting the characters. And I'm going to make sure we read this very specifically so you guys know exactly what's going to happen. One of the first questions asked about a new character announced is, how do I get this character? Usually it's a legendary event or it's a marquee event. We really haven't had anything else besides that. Well, Kuiil and IG-11 won't be released as a marquee. Instead, you'll be able to get their shards through the new Galactic Challenge events running all of November. SWG events, Galactic War Report, and Operation Metaverse, as we already said, sat down with Capital Games to talk about these new characters, The Mandalorian and Galactic Challenges. But here are the highlights. Feel free to check out those videos if you have a couple hours to spare to listen to all of them. But the text is basically everything you need to know going forward. With Kuiil, IG-11 being Galactic Challenge characters tied to the events on Navarro. Navarro was just found in the data mine a couple days ago by who else? SWGoH events, the website we're reading this from right now. So they pulled it out, and this is where we're going to get the characters from. And here's the good thing. Completing tiers 1 through 3 of Galactic Challenges will grant shards of a character. Now, when I first read this, before going any further, I was really concerned that they were going to tie the character shards to the later tiers of the event, which are generally more difficult and more out of reach for the masses. One of the best things about marquee characters, basically almost everybody, assuming you're a level 65, can get into a marquee event, and you're going to guarantee to get a 3-star character for free. They're kind of still sticking to that with giving out the shards in the first 3 tiers of the Galactic Challenges, and I'm assuming that the mods will be in the mod materials will be in tiers 4 through tiers 6 of the event, or 7. How many tiers are there? I don't know. Keep moving on. No feats will reward shards, and character shards will be split between 2 Galactic Challenge events. Once you complete both, you should have about 60 shards in total. So it seems like it's going to be more or less the same drill as with a marquee character, where you're going to get a 3-star character in the very end. And this is incredibly important as well, that no feats are tied to the shards. So you don't need to have a full team of Night Sisters, a full team of, I don't know, Tuskens, for example, to unlock these characters. You just gotta, I'm assuming, beat the event with whatever, and the first time rewards are going to be giving you the shards that you need. So here's the schedule that we're looking at. Oh my, the only thing that pains me is IG-11 is so far down the cycle. I was hoping we'd have them a lot sooner, but I digress. Kuiil is going to be running from November 6th through November 8th and November 13th through November 15th. So basically 2 separate weekends. We're still in this weird lull where they haven't been able to put out Galactic Challenges as frequently as they like. They were supposed to run every 3 days. We're kind of having a problem where they can't roll it out as frequently. So two events, Droids versus Empire. Again, you don't need to have Droids or the Imperials. You just got to beat the events for tiers 1 and tiers 2 and 3. And IG-11, I just want the child in IG-11 now. They're going to be running on November 20th through 22nd, and then the following week, November 27th through the 29th. So that's how we're getting these brand new characters here. And since the GCs are running every weekend and you get 30 shards per event, you'll have to wait a week to unlock without buying packs. So I don't know if there's still going to be a pack option I'm assuming there's always a pack option. Although it's not a marquee event, they want to sell characters at the end of the day. I'd be very surprised if they sell no packs whatsoever. So if they don't sell packs until the end of the Galactic Challenge event, we're going to have to wait a little bit to do some testing. But if there is going to be packs day one, you guys know where to be. Right here in the biggest and deadliest Star Destroyer to see complete initial testing with Kuiil and IG-11 before we have to wait for it free to play to be unlocked. And after the GC events are over, the character shards will be available in some sort of other cadence similar to Marquee. It was said that the release cadence may be accelerated. This is great. Now, we're still waiting on this ocean of content and characters, but if they're going to be releasing a lot of characters, kind of makes sense to expedite the release cadence, making them free to play farmable a little bit sooner so people can catch up with all the new characters that we were told were going to happen. This year has been kind of it's been a pond of characters so far. And after the GC events are over, we already talked about that. Galactic Challenge character releases aren't completely replacing Marquee, so they're not completely replacing it, but how often are they going to do it? The Galactic Challenge itself hasn't been too enjoyable. It's just been okay, but they are kind of forcing you to interact with it more by going for the mods in there, going for the characters that are going to be tied there. So they're kind of forcing you to comply with playing the game. Definitely, we all know Galactic Challenges could use a little bit more stuff in it, but it's good to know that at least their awards are going to be really good attached to it. What's coming next? If you've seen the show, follow the show's arc. So that's the video I did earlier. First 3 minutes is spoiler free. We're talking only about Galactic Challenges news, Boba Fett, the Login Award. The second part of today's video that I made earlier today goes into what I think is going to happen, because we talked about in that video, we are confirmed more season 2 Mandalorian characters. And if you follow the story arc, they don't want to give out spoilers, very much so like the beginning of my video today. But if you watch the second part, I talk about a lot of characters I think could happen based off what I've already seen in season 2 of The Mandalorian. The child likely won't be coming to the game as a standalone character, at least not anytime soon. So that's why I don't want to get your hopes up, but it still could happen. It's a bummer. I was quite surprised they're not adding the child as a separate character, because that would sell like hotcakes. Crumb confirms 3PO and Chewbacca's name is Chewpio. Sorry, Doja. I'm not sure what Doja was saying. So they're calling it Chewpio. I'm still calling it 3POC because that's what millions of people voted on the channel around here. But Chewpio, 3PO, all these other names, a lot of names to them. So there's our link to the SWGoH Discord server. I'll link a link down below to SWGoH events, as well as this nice little concise article. And here we go. We got our first little teasers of the kits for IG-11 as well as Kuiil. So they're both going to be light side characters. Kind of makes sense. And IG-11, oddly enough, is going to be a healer. But I'm loving the other tags, Scoundrels and Droids. There's a lot of viability in those two tags. So if you're not going to use them with the Mando squad, Scoundrels or Droids, that's a pretty open book right there. So the highlights, again, not a full kit reveal, but we will get the full kit reveal, I'm assuming, next week. They kind of hinted on the forums it should happen next week, barring some crazy thing that happens. So IG-11 cleanses debuffs from Scoundrel and Droid allies and redirects them as damage over time to enemies. Oh, that is awesome. I've been thinking about what happened to, like, we should get some sort of mechanism that does like that, where you're going to cleanse the debuffs from your Scoundrel and Droid allies and just throw them on the other team. A cleanser for Droids and Scoundrels, that is huge. We don't really have any character that can really cleanse for Droid and Scoundrels. That's going to be really big for both the factions. That's why I said Scoundrel and Droid tech, a lot of possibilities there. Special synergies with Kuiil, additional protection at the start of the battle, and it's going to be getting a taunt as well. Assist allies when they attack during an enemy turn. Whew, it's sounding like a ton of fun. I'm really looking forward to IG-11, which it's why it breaks my heart we got to wait so long to finally get him later on this month. But then Kuiil has got a lot. It's a more limited tag, and I'm a little bit surprised that they threw the Scoundrel tag on him. I would not have thought that would be the tag. It's kind of hard to put a tag on him because he doesn't work for the Empire anymore. He escaped out of the grips of the Empire, apparently. But I don't know if he's quite considered a scoundrel. He wasn't working for money. He was just solely helping out the crew to free the child. So, but here's the thing. You don't want characters without tags. Characters without tags end up like Visa Smart, and they aren't useful. So I think it's good, nonetheless, they added Kuiil with the Scoundrel tag. Support character for Scoundrels and Droids. I mean, he's not a droid. I guess that's, at least that's why I didn't add the tag. But I'm sensing a Jawa engineer type of thing here. Special synergy of IG-11, like we talked about earlier. And he debuffs enemies with shock, expose, stuns, and burning. Those are 4 nasty debuffs to be spreading around out there. And he heals droids and Scoundrel allies, buffs them with the mechanic savvy, improving stats with other benefits, and some great synergy suggestions in T3 and 4. I'm glad they're bringing that out there. Because here's the thing right now. I'm thinking of where I'm seeing Grand Arena, for example. HK-47 not being used as much as the Sith Empire anymore because Darth Revan's being used for Galactic Legends counters out there. BB-8 not being used as much. He is useful for some game modes, but he's kind of being used with, for example, Grievous, for example, and T3 and 4 not being used at all right now. Imagine if we kind of bring back some sort of weird droid meta, BB-8 HK-47 with T3 and 4 and Kuiil. Woo, some interesting stuff out there, but I'm guessing probably the main squad that we're going to want to compose is going to be with the future Mandalorian squad. Mando, Grief Karga, Kara, IG-11 and Kuiil. But outside those factions, a lot of fun things, and I'm hoping these are also going to be solid teams for Geonosis Territory Battle Republic Offensive. Really excited for this stuff. Great thing to child and IG-11 come the Galaxy of Heroes. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Do you like the forced play, if you're kind of forced to play Galactic Challenge a little bit more for the characters, or do you like Marquise? I don't think it hurts to try something new. I don't see any downside to this except just make sure you log in for 2 separate weeks to get all your shards for these characters. But that's basically it for today. That's your summary of all the big Kuiil and IG-11 news for Galaxy of Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just absolutely hyped for Mando. Watch Mandalorian Season 2. I've shown you how to do it if you live in a different country. Please, please, please watch it, because all of us here want to share the Mando hype together. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see each and every one of you lovely people in the next video. Roll out that outro.